Welcome back, everyone, to our final day of the European Touch Championships 2026 here in Vichy. Our opening game is a crucial one in the mixed 30s. It's a semi-final qualifier. It's Chile facing the Netherlands. The winner of this game will be through to the semi-finals, where they'll be facing Germany, who ended up top of the pool on try difference alone after 2 draws with France. England are the third side in that semi-final set. They've got 4 wins and 4 losses, beaten twice by France and Germany respectively, who are coming at this with full throttle. Their men's 30 side finished 4th in the World Cup 2 years ago, and they've stacked the field in this mixed open in the 30s category, really getting after it. It's their best chance for a medal, but it may also be one of France's too. We've got to wait and see how those semi-finals unfold first. Up in our opening game, it's Chile against the Netherlands, both fighting for their tournament to continue, and I'm delighted to be joined by Sean Gilbert from the Dutch camp. Sean, welcome to the Touch World Cup live coverage. It's brilliant to have you here at the Euros, and it's a good start from Netherlands.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me. It's good to be here, and I think we're in for an exciting semi-final qualifier.
And it's a decent drive over halfway by the Netherlands to start things off here. They have had a couple of injuries. Thibault Bailly has dislocated his shoulder, unfortunately, the co-captain of this side. This is a nice early drive by the Dutch, just lobbed over the top by Christopher Hatch, but the whistle goes early here, and Chile will have a restart with a penalty in their favour as well. And the Dutch lose another 10 yards for Christopher Hatch not returning the ball. It's one of my favourite rules in the game of touch, because it's, if you don't literally put it back on the spot, you're going to lose 10 metres. It just encourages certain behaviours, which I find quite impressive. Here comes Chile over the 10 for the first time. Hinojosa, Ignacio Hinojosa, back inside to the Chilean captain, one of the 3 Avitikian brothers, Felipe. Avitikian, Hinojosa, around comes Silva Grez. Had some disciplinary issues, Silva Grez. I think he's been sent off twice in the mixed 30s, or ejected. Basketball style is how it's done in the game of touch. The Netherlands shut them out again. Well, Sean, you've been with this Dutch team throughout the whole week. It was pretty close the last time that these two sides played. Obviously 9-6 in the first one, which the Dutch did win. So quietly confident here.
I think so, indeed. I think both sides will probably be able to take confidence from the fact that they've beaten the other during the pool phase. And I think both sides have also had some narrow defeats against the other teams in the pool. So that's also a reason to be confident.
Yeah, indeed, the second time they met on the 23rd, it was at 12-3 in Chile's favour. Unfortunately, there's a player down for the Chileans at the moment. Hinojosa back to his feet. I think hard touch will be the call. And it's a penalty for Chile on the 6. So essentially a restart for them. Chile, of course, in the pink variation of their kit. It's either that or light blue between the two Chilean sides, and the Dutch in the darker black and orange trim. But if you hadn't figured that out by now, you'd be rather confused. Cifuentes feeds it to the right-hand side instead. It's a simple switch. Nicolas Avitikian finding Matias Fuentes, and the Chileans will take an early lead. And Sean, it's a good move here. Just a little dip of the shoulder to send Jules Risse the wrong way.
Yeah, that's a lovely attack. They had the sweeper coming round, and then he fakes the pass to the sweeper and then gives the inside ball. So that's 1-0 to Chile.
Here comes one of my favourite players in this mixed 30s tie, Bradley Bonifacio. He's out in the middle now, operating alongside Lydia van Deurzen. Directing traffic, Bonifacio back to this open side. Plenty of space for Vincent Westerhoff, who's got a great long peel if he throws it out. Bonifacio, good delay on the pass, but just overrun by van Deurzen. It's always such a good opportunity when you concede, you get that instant reply, but the Netherlands can't make it count this time.
Yeah, they'll also be looking to get on the scoreboard as soon as possible to apply pressure on the Chileans.
Especially in these mixed variations, opens and 30s, it's so important just to keep in touching distance of your opponents. especially when games can be so tight. It's a brilliant break from Fuentes again. Oh, Fuentes scooting all the way through. What a start to the tie for Matias Fuentes. Made 30 metres on the scoot and then picked out a winger who was unmarked as the Dutch look to regather here.
Yeah,
Sean, it's a really good score.
Yeah, showing excellent foot speed there to break through the middle and double the lead.
Too much pace for Vincent Westerhoff, who's a creative presence, but that raw speed just cannot be coached in this mixed 30s category. But the Dutch looking for a response here. There's a lot of space for Minihink, who flashes it out wide. Good hands in the link. But Celine Salita just about caught. Hatch, Minihink. Minihink back to the open side again. Hatch looking for an offside call. It's not coming just yet. Bright and early in this semi-final decider with a 5-team pool. Only one side can make it through. And I think there's a hand in there from David Rojas. So 6 more at the 7. It's not a bad end result for the Dutch.
No, indeed, they get another crack at the whip here, so they'll be looking to make these 6 touches count.
Pim Grafland now onto the field, drawing the Dutch all the way out. It's not a bad touch, actually, from Nicholas Avatikian. Pim Grafland. Hatch, not a clean roll ball, and spotted by the officials. I mean, you can see what they're trying to do there. Go quickly, put some pressure on at the 7, but it just hasn't clicked quite yet this morning for the Netherlands.
It hasn't clicked so far, as Chile now make their way into the Dutch half.
And there's plenty more time for the Dutch to get back into this, but Cifuentes, soft hands for Matias Fuentes, and then the hole opens up at link this time, but it's just away from the winger who was free. It's a really nice line.
It's a lovely attack, ball going through the hands very nicely, and then just the final pass just slightly out of grasp of the Chilean winger.
Daniela Vincente could have kept on to that one, in my opinion. I'm not sure if that final ball needed to go, as Minihink, Hatch and Grafland round the corner as the Netherlands head towards their box. Salita off the deck. Here's Lydia van Deurzen. Salita. And now Jules Rissa. First chance to see him get on the attack, as well as Paul Bale. It's another turnover. Just a bit of a miscount for the Dutch.
Miscount, I think. Yeah, maybe didn't quite have enough momentum in the drive coming into touch 5. They'll need to regroup here.
So 2-0. Chile. Interestingly, in the final round, Germany needed a win to stay top of the table, and they faced Chile. And the Chileans, it was really close. It was 9-7 in that fixture. And that's one of the strongest teams in the tournament in this mixed 30s category. So they have got quality in abundance. They just haven't been able to see off the likes of England, who beat them 9-4 in the place above them. They finished above the Netherlands just on points difference. As Bale drives it on. It's a better transition here for the Dutch. Nice dummy. Morgan Nurazra might have been the co-captain and the leader in this one, Henry McAnally, who leaves it for Bonifacio, who is caught.
That's a good diving touch there to stop Brad going through the line.
What do you think needs to change about this Dutch attack in order for them just to get that little bit closer to the line, maybe a touch or two earlier?
Yeah, I think they just need to keep momentum in the drive.
It's a really good run from Rojas, but a strong touch to send them back beyond the 7. Fuentes, Rojas looking for Cifuentes, but it's through him. And it's an important shutout. Their first for a few phases by the Netherlands. And now Minihink and Westerhoff. And here come the Netherlands on the transition again. Minihink. Salita. In fact, that time it was Nurshazar. Nurshazar again with a decent carry, but the Dutch still not broken into the Chilean half. Here's the scoop from Genius. Oh, but it's popped over the top by Chile. Have it back again. Feels like Chile are just winning a few more meters on their drive.
Indeed, the Dutch are at the moment struggling to get out of their own half.
Another little darting run.
That gives Chile a good starting point for their own attacks.
Well, here is Hinojosa. Avetikian, Silva Grez. Avetikian unleashes the long ball, and it's inches away from Francisca Aguirre Echeverry.
Yeah, it was a lovely platform there for the line attack, and then launching the long ball, but just over the head of the Chilean winger.
Echeverry just had to be a little bit wider there, a few meters closer to the touchline, and then she would have been in the perfect place to get over and take the drive.
The Dutch will have a penalty here, offside called by the referee.
Well, it's a decent call, and it's a chance really for the Netherlands, but then it's another unforced error. It's going to be a tough one for Thibaut Bale to take, who's sort of stepped up as quasi-coach in this one.
Yeah, I think he's a kind of a really experienced hand, and he's been with Touch and L for a long time. So when he's not playing, he's obviously able to offer his insights and his coaching that's of tremendous value to the team.
Now on defensive duties again, Cifuentes off that last pass. Impossible for Nicolas Avetikian to collect. And the sport is, of course, growing in the Netherlands. You yourself, Sean, from Rotterdam Touch Club. A lot of the mixed open side, the youngsters coming from Amsterdam, but Rotterdam do have perhaps slightly more members technically, and then Den Haag as well, also a really important sort of touch centre.
Yeah, indeed, very much so. I think all of the big touch clubs in the Netherlands are growing, and it's good to see the game expanding.
Oh, lovely dummy, Bradley Bonifacio, and the Netherlands are on the board. There's the Irish celebration, the boot. We've seen that a few times this week. Yeah, lovely little turn of the hips to see off Cifuentes.
Yeah, and they'll be glad to get on the scoreboard now. Can hopefully keep this energy going forward, and they'll be looking to build on that now.
It's a really good pod. Bradley Bonifacio out in the middle with Westerhoff. And that's try number 5 for Bonifacio in this tournament. Pretty even spread of scorers across the team. Only Anne-Marie McAnally has not scored yet for the Netherlands. And Chile on a similar boat. The only player not to score is Daniela Vicente. The rest of them have 2 or 3 to their name at least. And then Camille Icaza out there at the top score with 8. She's the highest scorer in this game. And it's wide from Chile. And it's Elvira Laranguibel.
That's a lovely long ball out to the wing. This time perfectly weighted for the try. And then Chile extend their lead once again.
As he spotted there in the previous effort, Laranguibel just a little bit tighter to the touchline, allowing Rojas to really unleash the long ball without much concern about where the winger might end up. And that's her 3rd score of the tournament. And Chile are back ahead by 3-1 now. Netherlands looking for an instant reply. There's a little bit of space there for Netherlands to operate in, but unfortunately the final ball hasn't come off.
Yeah, nice 33 splitter there from the Netherlands. Just the final ball, unfortunately not reaching hands.
Jules Rissa stepping up to fill the rather impressive shoes of Thibaut Bale. Tough player to lose, dislocated shoulder as well. She's not a nice one in the game of touch. People who think that you don't get serious injuries in touch don't watch enough of this game, because they're players diving all over the place. As Chile come forward, Avetikian winding inside and out. Avetikian thinks he has the opposite man's number, but it's good defence from Rissa. And really good work from the Netherlands. Bale gets out well to catch Avatikian of the Nicholas variety. And Chile now have to defend. Same pot out there for an awful long time. So can Genius take advantage?
Yeah, this is good driving from the Netherlands here. Getting into the Chilean half already on the third touch.
Westerhof, Bonifacio, Westhoff again. Looks outside for McAnally and then manages to force Chile to bite in.
And there, Anne-Marie McNally getting her first try of the tournament, so that's now everyone from the Dutch side who's scored a try this tournament.
Excellent stuff. Westerhof, this is excellent play because he draws in Silva Grez, who was marking McNally one-on-one, her first score of the tournament. I don't know if you have the concept of a nudie run in the Netherlands. It was something that the England camp introduced me to, which is the name prescribed to a tournament in which you don't score. In the women's 27s, it was Snape who grabbed her first try, and they all went up mental as it's flung out to the winger, and it's a nice bit of acceleration, but eventually she'll be caught. One more try for Chile, Rojas. Anyway, on the concept of a nudie run, they went mental after she scored, and I went and asked during the game, is it some kind of milestone? They said, no, she just hasn't scored yet. And then my co-commentator, Hannah, from the Scottish Women's Open side, yeah, it's a nudie run, and obviously that is also your punishment if you don't score. And I thought, well, I'll leave that up for the sides to decide if they implement that. There'll be no need for it in the Dutch team regardless.
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, the term doesn't exist yet within the Dutch setup, but I think there's no reason why it can't be introduced.
I feel as though England score so many that perhaps it's more of a rarity. That's a really nice time ball from Rojas. Cifuentes has to settle for the touch. Good work from Bale to get out and stop him. Towering figure, certainly got the reach to get there. Cifuentes, nice ball on the inside, looking to catch the link out, lacking, but Chile have snuck through.
Yeah, that's a lovely another splitter from the Chileans, and they extend their lead once again.
Matías Fuentes has his double. Rojas has been pulling the strings in this game for Chile so far. Cifuentes to Fuentes, like one Pokemon evolution behind. It's Matías Fuentes who goes over. Cifuentes with the assist. Bonifacio with a rare error. And now a bit of a gap opening up for Chile. 3 points is nothing, but 2 minutes before half-time, the Dutch win a penalty. That's a good moment, Sean, for the Netherlands.
Indeed, they'll be looking to use this opportunity again. I think they're still very much in the game, but they won't want to see this lead get any bigger.
Bonifacio to the edge. At the recent Seniors Cup, neither of these sides did compete in the tournament, but there was a Euro Select side that picked up 2 wins across the competition, who I imagine would have included a few of these Dutch players. Great pace around the corner from Genius. Well, they're looking for something here, the Netherlands.
Indeed. And they've awarded the roll ball now to Chile.
They're raising their hands there, as if they were asking the referee to produce a card, but I think that's because they were asking for a slap down from Chile. Hard touch.
Not called, so it's
but
play on.
Not called, so little dummy from Ignacio Hinojosa. And Hinojosa keeps going here. Fuentes on a hat-trick now. Wants it off Hinojosa. Here's Fuentes. One last strike here. Fuentes to the line. Silva Grez, quick hands. But too quick, unfortunately, for Francisca Aguirre Echeverry. So back come the Netherlands through Hatch.
It's Pim Graafland.
Is of course a mostly Dutch side, of course, but there are a couple of anglicised names in here. I see that you have across most of the European teams. A couple of residency qualifications, perhaps.
That's right. It's a nice mix of Dutch players and then a lot of international players as well. Many of whom have been living many years in the Netherlands now.
Oh, lovely hands off the deck, and then beautiful ball over the top. Oh, tipped on fantastically well on the buzzer here. Netherlands still rolling. What a try this will be if they can pull it off. But it's great defence from Magdalena Alciano to bring the half to a close.
Yeah, some lovely kind of hot potato passing over there. But then Chile with the solid defence to maintain their 4-1 lead going into the interval.
Now Rissa picked it off the blades of grass and then just tipped on. No look over the top from Anne-Marie McAnally, and then again to the winger who still had the whereabouts to step back inside. It's a strong performance from the Netherlands, but that will take us through to the break. At half-time, Chile, who were beaten by the Netherlands first up, but then got their revenge on their second meeting, lead here 4-1, hoping to head through to the semi-finals to face Germany, the top team in this mixed 30 side in that semi-final. 20 minutes still to play in our first game of the day on the final day of the European Touch Championships. We'll be back in just a few moments' time. Second half soon to get underway here in the European Touch Championships. Semi-finals place on the line. Chile have had the fastest start, as they did the last time these two sides met, when it was a really decent win for Chile by 12-3 at the back end of the day on day 2. Our final day here, Chile about to get underway. Sean Gilbert back alongside me. Sean, what do you think the big difference was when the Dutch played Chile the first time to the second time? Because the first time it was a Dutch win, second time it was a Chilean win.
I think there was a slight drop-off in intensity in the Dutch camp on day 2, and I think Chile would just simply up their game for that day, both tactically and in terms of the energy that they brought. I think the Dutch picked up their energy levels again on day 3 with a narrow defeat to France, and then they'll be looking to kind of bring that energy into the second half now.
Yeah, of course. Yesterday, I mean, they took Germany close, and they played pretty well against France and England. So they've really improved throughout the tournament, Chile. Of course, Chilean touch just come from close ties with Chilean Rugby League and Rugby Union as well, so these players will all be multi-sport athletes. I don't know exactly how or why they had them, but there are a lot of Chilean women's players with the Chilean Olympic kit. So I'm wondering if they're all multi-sports athletes of one form or another.
Oh, wow.
I was too nervous to ask. They were in the hotel with us, but they all look quite scary, the Chilean team. Pretty serious lot. Cifuentes lays it back. Here's Avitikian. Felipe Avitikian. Nicholas Avitikian. Oh, what hands from the link. Really impressive take from Daniela Vincente, the only player on the pitch and in this match at all who has not scored in the tournament. Every single player in both squads has also scored except for her. I think that's more of a product of her role in the link than it is anything else.
And she'll be hoping not to have a nudie tournament then.
We're kicking it off. I really hope that Hannah from the Scottish Open side wasn't just messing with me when she said that it's a normal thing that the other sides do say. Lovely pick up from Hatch, who accelerates away, looking for the switch inside for Grafland. And again, the shaking of the fists. They think there was a Argentine hand in there, and this time the referee agrees. So 6 more touches. I'm sorry, a Chilean hand, of course. Not really a distinction I want to get wrong. I'm not sure they get on. Grafland, Hatch. Grafland again. Chile make the touch, but it's a quick movement here from Hatch. Off the line quickly from Avitikian. This is really strong defensive work. Grafland, Hatch, now to the open side. Minahink looking to step away, but it's well read. Argentina offside to begin with. Hatch, missed pass over the top, but it's into no man's land right between McNally and the winger on this near side, Morgan Nushazar.
Yeah, unlucky there. Some good interplay between Pim Grafland and Hatch in the middle, and then kind of bringing the ball to both sides. Unfortunately, the final ball just not reaching hands.
Good pickup. Avitikian looking to roll through. Rojas is away. It's Augustine Silva-Grez with the good drive to begin with there.
Yeah, very good pick-up and a great offload. Having beaten the Dutch first defensive line, he just offloads right at the right moment to break through the middle there.
And Rojas, who's been the creative linchpin for Chile, has tried his name as well in this tie, and 5-1. The Dutch need the next score, and they could do with grabbing it now on the transition from restart. Jules Rissa. Good line speed from Hinojosa. Rissa, Van Derzen. Cifuentes out to meter. Rissa, little pop pass, really good hands. And Jules Rissa now to the open side. Goes wide to the winger, it's a good take. But did she dot it down in time? Score given, Isabel Garcia. Oh no, just a penalty. But still a good ball here from Rissa. Nice play from Irvin Genius. And then that is a great touch to deny the Dutch. But a penalty was given away in the process. Rissa. Yeah. Another touch made at the 7.
Yeah, the Chileans defending really well here. The Dutch will really be looking to make sure that these touches count.
Well, that one didn't quite work out for the Netherlands, but they've still got enough in the chamber here. Rissa. Bale. And Paul Bale is sent back to the 7 again. They really do have to create something now. This is their last chance of this play. Rissa, lovely work round the corner. Van Derzen went high. I think Cifuentes was getting across.
Yeah, that was a lovely strike dump attempt from Paul Bale and Jules Rissa there. Unfortunately, the final pass just not coming off.
There's the touch from Bale. Off the deck, though, from Hinojosa. And Chile will head to the box with a commanding 5-1 lead. 50 minutes left to play in this mixed 30 semi-final playoff. This little extra one shot for either one of these sides, hoping to make the semis and the chance to face Germany. Chile would love a rematch after losing by just 2 tries. in what was almost the biggest upset of this Euros, full stop. Fast feet from Avitikian of the Nicholas variety.
Yeah, nice inside step there, but the Dutch had that one covered.
Matias Fernandez on a hat-trick. Fuentes. Avitikian! The Dutch flew out, but it's another assist in the second half for Silva Grays.
Yeah, great heads-up line attack here. Just able to kind of keep the head up and find the free man in the middle.
Well, that's a tough one for the Dutch. That makes it 6-1 now. 5 is a long way back for any side. That's just to take us to a drop-off. You'll have seen that every slot today across the 10 pitches is an hour long in order to account for those potential playoff opportunities at the end of the game. The drop-off, of course, one of Touch's finest attributes. Bonifacio with a brilliantly weighted ball. And Henri McAnally has eventually been given the score. Oh no, chalked off. Well, I was pretty certain that one was going to fly through, but the referee said no, Sean.
Yeah, forward pass given there by the ref by the looks of things.
That's a shame. Bonifacio did well, got through brilliantly, and it would be nice to see the Dutch work their way back into that. Nothing to do with you being sat here, of course, Sean.
Yeah.
Just love even games.
Yeah, looking to give completely neutral commentary.
Augustin Silva Grays. Fuentes, lovely turn of the hips, but he can't beat McAnally at first. Bonifacio, good touch.
That's good defence from the Dutch there as they now move towards their own box.
Yeah, Sean, we've talked about the international consistency within this Dutch side. I mean, I do sense a hint of Scottish from you.
That's right. I've got Scottish parents. I grew up in the Netherlands, so yeah, owner of both passports.
I think one of them is slightly better value at the moment, as things stand. Also, though, you're really getting into the pronunciation of Pim Grafland, which I need to work on a little bit, I think.
I think it's very difficult to pronounce the Dutch names, especially kind of different vowel sounds than we're used to in English. And I think, to be honest, the same applies when I try to maybe pronounce some of the names of players from other countries.
Yeah, South Americans from Chile. Looking to dart forward here. Cifuentes spots half a hole, and it does send the Dutch scrambling. What a touch. Acrobatic from Pim Grafland.
Yeah, that was a fantastic defensive touch there from Pim.
We do have a South American resident among the crew, so I was getting some notes on day one. One of our camera crew who's been modelling out in Argentina and has now come back to take in the European Touch Championship. Shout out Max, one of the various members of staff we have across the 3 pitches. It's a brilliant drive though by the Dutch, and Rissa caught at the 7. Last touch going there. He had a few complaints there, Jules Rissa, but Chile back with the ball.
Yeah, Chile driving well here, but coming back into the Dutch half now.
Very comfortable as they come forward. Good hands from Alquiano. Silva Grays.
Yeah, it's been a very composed performance from the Chileans.
Hinojosa, good line. Fuentes on a hat-trick. Fuentes does release. And I'm not sure it's going to be given. I think the referees are saying it was dropped on the way down there. Or was it the previous roll ball just a little bit loose?
Either way, the Dutch will be breathing a sigh of relief there.
Francisco Agua Echeverray gets down well. It's a good spot though by the officials, because it was taken so quickly off the deck by Fuentes.
Yeah, I think the standard of refereeing has been really fantastic. And it's also been great to see how many refs are involved in this tournament. I heard that it's over 130, maybe 140 refs all in all, which I think...
Oh, what a ball from Bonifacio, and it will be given as a score. Irvin Genius gets the Netherlands second.
That's a lovely attack there from the Dutch, and a great diving catch in order to make the try there.
It's true, we had Matthias on co-coms from the refereeing contingent. He said over 100. I think if they were a delegation, they'd be the 3rd biggest country here.
Wow.
Just behind France and England. Those are statistics I had to work out for myself, though, so I'm happy to be corrected if any of the other countries wish to claim so. Here's Cifuentes, who rolls over. Min Hinning right there to deny him at the line. So the captain, Avtikian. Another touch. Great read by Celine Salita. And she wins it back for the Netherlands.
Yeah, very good shot there from the Netherlands on that final touch.
Tough life being a winger, because firstly, you don't get that many opportunities to run with ball in hand, and when you do, it's usually life or death. But also, from a defensive point of view, knowing when to bite in or when to stay wide.
Yeah, you need to be focused all the time. Indeed, kind of knowing basically whether to come in for the link or whether to kind of push out if you're anticipating a long ball.
Nice ball on the inside for Cifuentes. The touch was made. Good work from Andres Avtikian, the third of three. Avtikian, Cifuentes, Nicolas Cifuentes. Avtikian to Avtikian to Agua Echeverry, who picks a perfect angle and scores Chile's 7th score. Andres to Nicolas Avtikian, who finished off the move. It's a very good line.
That's a very good line, kind of running that link hole off of the 32. That's kind of textbook touch there from Chile.
I think unless the Netherlands score right away and really turn the tide in this game via the momentum, we're going to be on for a Chilean semi-final against Germany, as Westerhoff just can't hold it. Bonifacio driving the standards again there, but it's passed slightly off the mark. McAnally does well to cover the touch.
Yeah, it was good driving off the tap-off there, just unfortunately losing control when in the 7.
Good pace round the corner from the captain Avtikian. Here's Hinojosa. Oh, lovely footwork. Hinojosa beats 2 and then flicks it inside for Felipe Avtikian. Try number 8.
Showing excellent feet there, just to evade a touch and then offload it just at the right moment as Chile get down for another try and extend their lead to 8 points to 2.
What a performance this is. They're on to match their previous result, of course, when they played the Netherlands previously in that final round. It was 12-3 in round 7. The Dutch could score one more, then we are on for that score. It's Pim Grafland dancing his way through. Grafland then just looks to reach on the inside of Daniela Vincente, but sent back to the 7.
Yeah, the Dutch attempting a second phase play there, but the Chilean defenders were completely focused in order to make the second touch immediately after as well. So very, very good defense there too.
Here comes Chile again. Avtikian to the short side. Augustin Silva Grez. Yeah, it's remarkable how they've grown into this tournament. They have seemed to improve at every possible venture. They scored 50 tries on the button coming into this game, up to 58. And as Rojas goes over, and the score is eventually given. The Dutch have now conceded 101 tries in the competition across their 11 games.
That was a fantastic scoop there through the middle from Nicolas Cifuentes, and also doing very well just to get that final pass off.
You can see Bosca on the back of the Argentine, on the Chilean shirt, sorry. They sponsor a wide range of electrical products and your air conditioners, your heaters, your kitchen appliances, so not too necessary at the moment with weather like this. And I can't imagine all areas of Chile require a heated fire next to you. Perhaps I'm not as averse to the conditions there.
Perhaps maybe up at the top of the mountains of Patagonia.
Right.
Although maybe getting the heaters up there could be tricky.
And it'll keep this lot fit either way. Jules Rissa back on the inside. Chile with good defence.
Yeah, shutting very well there.
Oh, just about held by Paul Bale. Bale, Rissa. Minhinnick darting in, but I think the cover was there again. Really impressive defence from Chile. Minhinnick slides in, and the touch was made. Chile defend again. Avtikian, the captain, got down well.
Yeah, Zian Minhinnick's had a very prolific tournament. I think he's got 9 tries so far this tournament.
Indeed, the Dutch top scorer.
Running a good backdoor line there, but Chile were equal to it.
Cifuentes can't get away from McNally. Hinojosa though spots a hole through the centre. Cifuentes, Rojas on a hat trick now. Cifuentes, Hinojosa, nice dummy. Hinojosa dancing through for the Chileans, but the touch is made.
There's just a bit too much to do there on the final touch.
Indeed it is, and this is looking like it may well be the Dutch's final game in the competition. We do have semi-final live for you here. France against England at 11:30. It's on pitch 1 that Chile will have to face Germany, and the gold medal match is on pitch 1 as well at 2:30. We've got the men's 40s on here in that time as it's just spilt.
Yeah, nice attempt at a late switch from Vince Vesterhoff, but then unfortunately the final ball just not held.
Well, regardless of the end result, how have the Netherlands found this tournament, the European Touch Championships here in Vichy? What will the memorable moments be, do you think, for this Dutch side as the tournament looks to come to an end?
I think so. The Mixed Open have had a fantastic tournament. They've had a number of wins, and they've held their own against kind of some of the really big nations too. And looking at the mixed seniors, I think the win against Chile on day 1 will be seen as a highlight, as well as the very narrow 14-12 defeat to France yesterday. So I think for both the Mixed Open and the mixed seniors, a lot of positives to take away in terms of the play. And the atmosphere, of course, has been great. So just soaking up tournament experience and kind of being here on the biggest stage is kind of a big takeaway, and will no doubt also carry lessons moving forward.
Grafland caught by the Chilean skipper Avtikian, who heads towards the box. Just a minute and a half left to go here. Chile have continued to improve throughout the tournament, and after taking down the Dutch in the 7th round, a couple of games later they're set to do it again and set up a rematch with Germany, who they really worried in their next game after beating the Dutch, when they were beaten just 9-7 in the early morning of yesterday. Although they did meet again, the Netherlands and Germany in the final round. It was 13-3. Germany seemed to get back on track after a very narrow victory over England as well.
Yeah, both the French and German sides, I think, undefeated so far this tournament, but Chile showing that they...
As Bale crashes down, I think Chileans are claiming a touch, but the try will be given. This is nice work from Rissa. Deserves an assist to his name. He's worked really hard today. Just away from Cifuentes. How tight was that?
Yeah, breaks through the line very nicely, and a great try from Paul Bale.
Yeah, indeed. It's the most remarkable results in the tournament have been the 2 draws between France and Germany. Sorry, 7-7 and 8-8 when they met on both occasions.
Yeah, showing that there's very little between these sides.
Silva Carrez, one last chance for Chile over the top. It's been put down, and the contest will be brought to a close Chile through to the semi-finals with a rematch and a potential upset of serious pedigree when they face Germany, a side they took right to the wire yesterday morning. Netherlands tournament has come to an end. No late reprise for them after their second loss to the Chileans in 3 attempts. Final score, Chile 9, the Netherlands 3. Sean, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much
game,
for having
and
me.
I do hope the Dutch enjoy the rest of the day here, even if they are done and dusted by 9:15. Bright and early, there's so much touch still to come, of course. So, Chile through to face Germany over on pitch 1. We'll have England against France on a repeat of that game as England look for their first win against the French in the other semi-final later on. But up next, action for the men's 30s division. It's a huge game between France and Ireland. They're hosting action for the first time on finals day in 15 minutes' time.